The following video was pre-recorded on twitch.tv/codedman9000. More information on the stream times at the end of the video. Previously on Stone to Space.
For the start of Chapter 3, we went to Kerbal Space Program to learn how to make rockets so that we could explore the stars for a new home. We began playing on career mode while not knowing anything about what we were doing. After doing some research off-stream, we then moved to the science mode with newfound knowledge. We went to both moons, created communication networks, planes, science missions, a space station, and then ended the game by traveling all the way to Duna in the Antari ship.
After arriving at Duna, our ship the Antares fell apart, causing us to land on Duna and mine its resources so that we could fix the Antari ship. We unlocked various buildings, and also different types of science. After fixing everything but scanners on the ship, we then left the planet behind us as we continued to travel in space. Partially during our space flight, we landed on an asteroid. Over the course of a few hundred cycles, we had mined out the asteroid, converting its resources into various things that we needed in order to keep 24 dupes alive. We made a lot of automated machines to take, cool, or convert items into other items. We then turned on a machine that would allow us to take a dive into the dreams of one of our dupes. Hello and welcome to a Twitch Plays Along series called Stone to Space. Today we're in Chapter 3, Space Travel. Today we are playing Vintage Story. And let's see if I remember everything we did. I know for a portion of it, we ran around and discovered more of the area. So we went over here, we found a couple peninsulas, and we kept trying to find something that connects to our mainland that's farther down. We got all the way over to here, where we found pigs, or at least heard pigs. This is a big ruin where there's like a door here, and then it's a spiral. I want to call it a castle, but it's not a castle. It's just a spiral. It goes up a few blocks as you walk up in it. And then to get back home quicker, we killed ourselves. Or got killed by someone. So we're going to go back to there at some point. I don't know if it's going to be today's stream or not. But we want the pigs so that we can get a big source of meat and leather that we can ranch. We could also do bighorns, which we found closer to us. Pretty sure we looked at that, but I also don't remember looking at that. No, we did, because we came down from this granite gravel area. Anyway, we have a source of bighorns somewhere close by, and my earbud is already beeping saying that it's a low battery, so that means I didn't charge the case enough. So let's just change to the other headphones. How has everyone's week been so far? Today is the middle of the week. Hope everyone's week's been good. I hope everyone is reacclimating back to work from Christmas break, if you had a large one like I did, due to being a school district employee. This also means that the crown has to come off, and the crown might not be able to stay on due to these headphones. Because I'm not going to extend. Your earbuds die of hunger, my character dies always of hunger. What are you doing, mister? You better not be playing with the good crown. Get out of there. You don't get to play with that one. You have one on the floor that you've been chewing at. I put that on. Now I have the headphone. Can I fit this on top? We used to be able to get the crown on top of these ear headphones, but I haven't done that in a while since then because they kept falling off. So no, this is going to stay on. It might for a little bit, but I mean, if I go like that, yeah, I'm not going to keep it on. Alright, sorry chat. I know everyone was thrilled to see me in a crown. Speaking of cats, you have a very loud void yelling at me. Do you have a black cat cloud cover? Or are you just saying void in general as the cat? In my old neighborhood, my neighbor that was 2 doors away from me, so not my next door neighbor, but the one on the other side of that house, they had a black cat, It initially was an indoor-outdoor cat. Then they got a dog, which the cat avoided, so that cat became an outdoor cat only. Then they had to move from the neighborhood and couldn't bring the cat, so the cat stayed outside, unowned, and our neighborhood pretty much took care of it. We took turns feeding it, like someone did breakfast every day and another person did dinner, which I think was me or my mom. But that cat was a black cat. We called, well, she was named by the original owners, but Cookie as her name. And my other friend who used to live in the neighborhood got one of her kittens, which I think is getting close to 15 years old at this point. Anyway. You have 3 cats, and yes, your kitty is black and fluffy. Aw. 2 dogs, 3 cats, 2 birds, 1 fish. For a second, I thought that was going to rhyme, and you were trying to be Dr. Seuss. Anyway, to get back into the game, now that I have the headphones on, I'm pretty sure this has bighorn. So we could do bighorns instead of pigs, but because I found pigs, I feel like pigs are easier to take care of. Bighorns kind of have a weird thing going on. What is over here? Oh, more carrots. Oh, that's right. We started marking anywhere I found food when I couldn't pick up the food. I don't know if I need to go back over here to this ruin. Something I don't want to do is go further up north because we are getting closer into winter. I mean, it is the 8th of August, which means that I think tomorrow is the last day of this month in the game. That kind of looks like a run, but I think it's just a patch of sand or grass, whichever. Congratulations, Gino, on getting a 30 stream streak and not missing a single stream since the streak started. So anyway, what we're going to be doing today is working on making a chicken coop. There's a Del Caddy in chat. Another thing that we did in the 12-hour stream was fix up our house, our town. So every house out here is no longer a ruin. And we also started making this tower, which we're going to have to make look a little bit better than just a square. We also took a little bit of time and finally put the plaster on the bottom wall. And we're going to have to change something because this just looks too plain. I don't like how plain it looks. What was cooking over here? Oh, fire clay. So we can make a little bit more iron again. And I only had, I say, one... he only... So someone else got most of the animals for you, your family? You weren't allowed to say no? Okay, if we take all of these, we're going to put them in here. Make the bloomery and the chimney. Then we take almost a whole stack to do this. That's the wrong button. There we go. Shift puts in more than one at a time. I think it's 5 each. It's 120. I thought it was 120, but at the same time, I second guessed. And then we should be able to use brown coal, but I always forget if we are able to. No, we need to use charcoal. Or the black coal, which I don't want to use. And that only takes a little bit. And then we light it. And then in one day, it will be ready. Alright, and these are for extra because every time we have to get the iron out of there, it has to be broken. So we don't get the bloomery back. Are all of these grown so that they can be on the same... Ooh, they are. Now all these black currants are going to be on the same timer, regardless of if they fully develop again before winter. Okay, what about the cranberries over here? They are not already. I think the white currants over here are, though. I can't tell. I'm only seeing the word harvest in all these, so I'm pretty sure they're ready. They're a little hard to tell since they kind of look like the flowers. And I doubt that... Oh, the blueberries are too. This will give us a little bit of food during the winter. Okay. We're gonna put majority of these berries away. Where was I keeping the berries? I think right here? Nope. Nope. Yes. And it looks like this barrel is not catching blood from the animal. It also looks like I have to do this in order to pick it up. Okay, so what we're gonna do is find where I have the cleaver. Is that the cleaver? Yes. This is part of a mod, and I might sneeze. I was waiting for it, but it didn't happen. So now we can see why I couldn't put the fox on here earlier. It was because I didn't skin it. So now we take the cleaver, we just right-click a few times. Doesn't matter if you do it on the table or on the body of the animal, but it then turns into a carcass. It gives us a little bit of wet sinew, or wet sinew. Gives us a bunch of meat. It gives us more meat than if we used a knife to cut up the body when we first found it. It also gives us a bloody offal, I mean, and then we can break this up and get the bones from it. Whoa. Strong bone. Strong enough bone to be used for tools. I've never found that before. Okay, so what we can do now is come over here, put all of this in here. This will eventually cure and dry out, in which we can then use it for sewing related stuff. My wife and child, the wife and child chose most of the animals. I finally said, if another living thing comes in here, you're out. This game is if Icarus and Minecraft had a baby. I have not played Icarus, but it is similar to a lot of different survival games. It did start out as a Minecraft mod, hence the look. But then they noticed that they were programming more things than they thought, so they decided to make it their own game. Okay, so what I want to do is make a chicken coop over here somewhere. Now, we originally had planned on having the animals right here, where these pots are, but then we moved over. What are you guys doing? Hold on a second, chat. No, he's just playing in the box, but my microphone is amplifying it in the headphones. You guys probably don't hear it as loudly as I do, but I could hear it amplified. Okay, so anyway, what I was saying is that we were going to put the animals here. I think we're going to move it further back, which will require more dirt placement, I think. We might not move it back, we might move it just to the left of the new plots. Can you not jump on the keyboard like that? Okay, so this portion is downhill. Oh, it's 2 layers downhill. No? Oh, I'm confused. I lost track. Okay, this is... If it's not 111... This is 110. It would take a lot of time to fill this all back in, but at the same time, it doesn't seem like there's too much dirt to replace. I don't know. I think we want to not replace dirt or fill in a hole. So let's just continue going to the left on the map. Which means getting rid of dirt instead of adding dirt. First step is get rid of all these leaves on the ground. I don't know how much of this is part of the tree. Hopefully no seeds get randomly placed for no reason. We're gonna need a lot of room because of the pig pen. The chicken coop is gonna be relatively small. But for the pigs, I want it to be a large area. I think Icarus fits into your aesthetic. You start at tier 1 and move up through tech trees until tier 4. Oh, cool. I definitely have heard of it before, so I think I looked at it and then just never got it. See, I knew this was going to happen. Sometimes when the seeds hit the ground, they automatically plant themselves instead of being an item to pick up. It doesn't happen every time a seed falls. So I don't think it's if I leave the seed on the ground. That was really loud in my ear. I don't think it's if I leave a seed on the ground, it plants itself after some time. I think it's just randomly and automatic. Alright, this is probably good enough to move the bees around to their final place. And put in the chicken coop at least. I'm not sure. I feel like I don't have enough room. So if we just take out a bunch of these leaves. Copper! Right here? Who didn't tell me that there was copper right there? Who's in charge of that? Look at how close it is to our house. Alright, let's see if there's any copper still here. Because this could have been a place that I already mined out. Yes, it is. Alright, chat, you're off the hook for now. Is this a large enough area, or do I want to do more? It's hard to tell what's grass and what's leaves. But I think I can at least put a chicken coop here and take up most of this area. Chicken coop doesn't have to be very large. Also, don't need these. Alright, so the first step would be to clearing this out. And I guess we'll go here. This is going to give us more dirt to place down. And I also want to be, I guess, here too. So let's get rid of this red clay. We put dirt on top of red clay there. That's going to be a little bit difficult to get rid of then. I don't remember placing dirt on top of red clay. Yeah, I had a feeling it was going to go to the left at some point. Oh, so didn't mean to pick up that piece of dirt. Alright. Okay, that takes care of that portion. So if I just keep going this way, we get to the point where it's now just one level. And I doubt that I'm going to be able to pick up all of this because of how many birch seeds I have in my hand. Okay, so let's come over here and fill in a hole here. Now, is this... It is an actual hole, it doesn't just continue. Don't want to pick up those ferns, but I might end up doing that. Okay, need more. Okay, let's just pick them up and move them somewhere. I think I might just throw them away. I don't use them. Apparently I picked up one already. Otherwise it would have been in my hotbar and not just in my inventory. So it must be part of this dirt level here. Oh, another thing I wanted to talk about is model trains. So for the next 3 streams, there's going to be a poll in chat when I believe that there's more people in chat. There's probably going to be around the 2-hour mark. So today, Friday, and Sunday, there's going to be a poll. Feel free to vote in every poll or just in one. But what I want to do is do a head count on who is excited for model train streams. Because I don't know how interested everyone is in seeing those to begin with. Alright, negative 434 is what would I consider the beginning of that. So if we were to move this back 1, this would be the beginning portion. Meaning... Skep would be moved to there and there. Why does it look like I'm missing one? Not sure. But these all go away. And then they come over here, so we are doing a 2-block separation. Then a skep. Then another 2 blocks. In which I believe I'm still missing one. No, I have an extra somehow. Oh, because I am missing an extra one when I move these skeps. Dang it, I didn't mean to pick that up. Oh, there's the extra one. I just toss you like this. And... place it back in. This one's there. This one goes here. And finally, this weird one. There. Now, I have seen people make these look a little bit prettier by putting the skeps on a pole. We might do that in the future, but for now, I'm not too worried about it. I do kind of want to get rid of the grass, but I don't think we can control if the grass comes back. Actually, the grass has not come back at all through here where we're putting a road. So maybe when I break it, if it's not on a farm plot, it doesn't come back. I kind of want to make this a walkable path in here. I'm just going to get rid of a 3-block wide path area in here. About there, that'll be fine. That's pretty much the end of what we cut out anyway. And I think we're placing in more dirt, weren't we? Actually, no. I do want to get rid of this red clay that's just sitting here. Since it's on a different level than the rest. And let's go put everything back because I thought that was ready to get picked up. Your grace also looks cool. We're gonna need more inventory space for what we're gonna be putting together for the chicken coop. Some of the rye is getting pretty close, and the spelt. So it looks like all the grain stuff is almost done. Cabbage, not so much. Pineapple's nowhere near even halfway done. The onions are mostly done again. What about the carrots? I didn't look at carrots. Actually, we picked up all the carrots, never mind. What we haven't had yet were the onions. Okay, so this swapped. These get put here in this large stack. Honestly, all the decorative stuff can just get thrown into the water over here, including the few pieces that I'm just now noticing on the edge. Don't need any of that. And if we go in here, we put the clay down here. Copper goes in there. Food goes in my belly. And what I need to do is make a bunch of wood. So that is made out of oak. Let's go get a bunch of oak wood, and we're just going to chop it all up. Actually, how many stacks do I have? Almost 6 stacks. Literally one piece of oak shy of 6 stacks. And if I use the saw, I think it doubles it for the amount of planks I get. No, triples it. Okay. We go from 1 stack to 3 stacks. What is the math on that? 16 is a quarter of 64, right? So 1 log is 12. I could have just went like this to see the ratio. 1 log is 12 planks. Okay, we are gonna put buildable stuff in here. So, you're gonna want a bunch of logs, or not logs, bunch of planks, and this pretty much brings it back down to stack and a half. So 1 stack of logs equals a stack and a half, or 3 times as much in planks. I don't know if that's enough for what we're trying to do here. I do have some decorative stuff that I'm going to be using. Let's chop down another stack of this. Didn't know it was going to go into the chest. What I am looking for is different things we can make. Tuning cylinder tank or stand. I don't think I need that. What I'm looking for is a trapdoor. Don't remember how to do that. Why do oak trapdoor? No. It's just the full thing is made out of planks. Or you can make graded ones. With sticks. I think I might make them with sticks. I want a total of 6 of them. Two, three. Okay. 2, 3. Okay. Definitely know I need them. Next thing would be stairs, which I'm pretty sure is how I would imagine making them, going like this. Actually, no, I just noticed that it's just those 3. How many of those do I want? I think I might want to make the roof out of a different thing, though. We could make it out of more shingles. I should have these in here. We could keep it the same look. We're gonna need 2 doors. Is the story vintage or just old? Vintage. Right now we're trying to get building stuff together so that we can make a chicken coop. That's for our windmill. We could actually place that down and see if it would get any wind from it, but I don't have any way of like accessing the power. I don't have enough rods. Well, I don't have any rods, but still. I think if there's anything else. Where I was gonna need the nests for the chickens and stuff like that. Do I want to make lava chicken? Apple, get out of here now. We'll do a stone staircase. I'm gonna need these for torches, for obvious reasons. I think this is all of our building blocks that we're gonna need. This here. And for right now, I'll just grab everything we have. I could make some of it out of a log of some sort. And I'm going off of memory of how I made the one on Woolbread server. Now, it sounds like there is a portal out here. But there isn't. There's just the one that's over here. Hopefully that's far enough away that I won't get attacked as often. Alright, first step of how I do this is I just place down random blocks. And I think I'm going to go for a wider building than I had the last time, which would be 6 blocks wide if the game doesn't crash. There we go. So that way, this is the door, and then there's 4 blocks inside. This is going to be a little hallway so that if they do escape out the one door, they have another door stopping them. So that'll be another door, and more lag. My computer is screaming right now for some reason. I might have to reload the game. It's acting like there's a lot of things being generated. Maybe there's a lot of mobsters underground. Anyway, this is a wall, so it would open into here, which would be where the coops are, and I think we want a floor 3 wide. And then wait for them to get out. Now we know where these stone stairs go. Whenever the game decides to work. And I'm going to place this, and then we're going to restart the game. So I'm just having too much of an issue here. So Papa Jax, how are you? Been a while since I think I last spoke to you. Unless it was recently in like Wellbread's channel or Taco's channel. There is a Caterpie in chat. Do I have that? I do. Okay. My computer's going to be loud for the initial starting, but hopefully now it'll get a little bit better. Okay, this is the inside, so there would be a wall here. Oh, not right there. And there would be a wall here. Which means that this has to go out one more. Okay, trying to figure out when you and Webby are streaming Green Hell and sipping coffee. I don't know what Green Hell is. I'm assuming, obviously, it's a game, but I've never heard of it. Trying to think of how the coops are going to go. Survivor game on a tropical island. Oh, that sounds fun. I actually think that I want to change this a little bit. If we did that. Oh, how do I get them to stay up? Do I have to put a block in front of them and then put it on the block? Is there like a better one? What if it's like directional? Well, this is helping. So if I put a block there and then do this, this is what I want. No, not like that. So that should count as a full block. And that also means But I started in the wrong spot. Don't want these. Might want that one. That should also go for over here as well. This is just to give it some characteristics. And then door. So actually, I had this correct the first time, where we wouldn't have the wall coming out this far. And I said it was this block that has the door. This is just going to be an open hole. Like that. And the last time I made this cut in like this, which somewhat made it hard to walk around in here, but I think I'm placing the door in a different spot to help with that. Underneath here, well, on these 3 blocks right in front of the trapdoors, are going to be the actual nests for the chickens, which is why the trapdoors are on the outside of the block. And we could honestly bring the door in 1 block. I think we might. Just to see if it'll look any better. I don't know why I opened the door. Alright, it looks a little odd right now because it's all just wood. But hopefully when we add our accents to this, it'll look a little bit better. And what I want to do is get rid of the corners. Do I want to make this an odd number in width? I think I do. I think I do want to extend it 1 block. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Block, block, block. 1 there, 1 there. That's the outside block. I really don't want to move it out. So the chickens will go in through this little hole. They'll be able to get to their nests, which are going to be right here underneath this 1 block. That's outside. I thought that was inside. Alright, so we're gonna hold. No, I go like this and then this. Take that apart. Alright, we definitely need more wood. I'm thinking of using birch logs as the accent to that wood. 1, because we have so much of it and we have trees to cut down if we need more. But also because we don't have any other wood. And 10 pieces is definitely not enough for this. Let's make some more planks while we're here. We're probably only going to need that amount. But I'll turn it all into planks just in case. And then we're going to need of these. Because I don't know how big the roof is going to be. Alright, I'm pretty sure I want to start the roof right on top of this. So if we keep going like this, that would be the peak. Yeah, this should make sense after I put these on. Am I not able to jump when I'm... There we go. You know, that blends in a lot. Not sure if I like it. We might have to change to a different type of roof. But hopefully these make this stand out a little bit more. I'm starting to think that it won't. It brings a little bit of color. We might want to change the trapdoor type into something else. I'm trying to think of what kind of woods I could use for that. We're not going to use the birch because they're not different enough. They're a little too white. I guess since we have a seed, place it down right next to the house. Do I go for a darker color on them? Get a couple birch leaves. Go find a birch tree. There's probably one nearby. I don't think I have any planks ready for that already. That's not how you make those. I think it's that. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12. If I go like that, it should make the right amount for both sides. It should have 24. Which is going to leave me with 1 extra. And then I need 6 of these. No, I miscounted. I need a total of 7 of those. Let's use dirt to get up here so I'm not doing something that would take a lot of durability from something. Whoops. Yeah, I don't know if I'm liking this color. I was trying to do this so that it would match with the rest of the town. I don't know. We might change the wood because that'll probably be an easier thing to change. And then these, probably the easiest thing to place down. Hopefully during the day, about 2 hours, it will look better than it currently does. I guess let's go get the wrench and try to tidy up the directions of the planks. Maybe that'll help a little bit. Put these back in here. Wasn't I supposed to have an extra... Oh, no. Never mind. For the peaks, I thought I was going to have an extra peak. So these are going to go in here along with that. This is going to come out. We added to here. We're going to need fences. Oh, I came in there for the wrench. The free wrench that we found in a ruin. There's a swablu in chat if anyone wants one. When this breaks, we are going to make a iron one. Maybe a couple windows would make this look better. There are 3 different directions that these planks can be in, so I'm making sure to cycle them through the vertical and then back. That way I know that they're all facing the same direction. And then let's go inside and do in here. And then if they all face that direction, then the floor would look normal. Okay, I like that. Congratulations, Gino, on catching Swablu. Alright, then there's going to be 1 torch here. 1 torch here. That should be all the torches that this building needs because of how small it is. The next thing I need to find out is how to make a nest. It's animal husbandry. Hen box is what I was looking for. Now, when we have the hen boxes, we can immediately start putting the chickens in here, but they won't make any eggs until we feed them. We also need a fence for around that. You know what? This color scheme in the corner is working on me. I don't like those. I definitely want something different. But do I want pine or spruce? That's birch. I don't think I can chop down the trapdoors into something I will use. I do see a pine tree right there. Are there any closer to that? Not really closer. Those are oak. That is way up there. Here's one. Obviously not the one that has resin on it. We are going to take that resin though. Is this going to take that tree? It might chop down both trees if I don't take leaves away from them touching. I don't think they're touching anymore. Can I get up on this, please? Thank you. Okay, they're definitely separate now. This might break the axe. It does seem like we have a very low durability left. It didn't. Anything that I'm missing? Nothing up here. Alright, let's did we get all the peat out of here? We did not, but we have a ton of peat for right now. I think actually we're good. Let's go make a couple trapdoors out of these pine logs. Is there a reason why I left that looking like there should be a door there? I feel like I had a reason. Alright, I need saw. Put the wrench back. This makes 2, so I want another 1. We can go like that, get all 6. Throw everything else in here. What's this? Oh, redwood. Let's grab that then, put this in there. We're gonna need this. We're gonna need... apparently nothing that's in here. I feel like I'm missing something besides fences. Let's see how dark this pine stuff is in comparison to the oak stuff. You know what? That adds a nice enough amount of color. A bit orange, though. I was hoping for something a little bit of darker color. I don't know if that's going to work. Alright, let's go make birch. I think I'm gonna have the fence match whatever the trapdoors are. That's why I haven't made them yet. Oh, that's right. I need the saw that's in my pocket. Alright, let's take these over there. This should be a darker, or a lighter tone than what's currently on there. See, now that looks the same, pretty much. So I definitely didn't want birch. Could try maple. I think we have some maple. That's what was in one of these, right? Stone. No, all these are empty. Where did I remember seeing maple then? That's a maple tree. I don't want to chop down the one that's inner town. Pretty sure that's maple, the lighter color. Yeah. I'm also pretty sure that there's a maple tree right here. That did some weird things because it wasn't able to chop down this tree at the same time. I also feel like there should have been more logs, but there isn't. This might be a decent color change. You upgraded to Ultra Balls? I just saw that message now, Gino. And Cloud Icarus is a great game. I might have to take a look at it. I can't even place. Oh, the leaves. Or the grass, I mean. Just want to make that look a little bit more overgrown. Alright, let's see if this looks any better. You know what? That kind of goes with the tint of the roof. That's a darker tone that I was going for instead of this orange. I am actually liking the maple. So it looks like we might be making everything out of maple now. There's group content now, but I don't know anyone who still plays it. I don't even know anything about the game in order to tell you about it. Alright, so we're going to be going with a brown maple fence. How do I make fences? I have one of the cats at my feet. Alright, I was gonna try and look through this. Oh, it's a wooden fence. Okay, so it's just 2 sticks surrounded by planks. Alright, that shouldn't be too difficult. Actually, how much does this make? Because we might not need a whole lot. And I also have all the maple on me. I don't know why I was walking away. I want a somewhat wide area. So let's bring this back a little bit more. There's a glitch in chat. Well, this is going to require digging up more of the clay that's right here. I think that should be a decent enough spacing. We just get rid of all of this. Except for that dirt. I do need to get rid of dirt above that, but not that dirt. I'm pretty sure I'm going to break the shovel before we're done this. No, I'm not. There's actually more on the shovel than I thought there was. Last piece of dirt here. Inventory. This should make 24. I'll just throw that on the floor. I think I want to stay away from out here. But this looks like a decent spacing. If I move this out one more, I would end up using all of the fences though. How did I miscount that? I don't know. I can't go another one because I don't have the fences for it. Let's go drop stuff off in the house. And once our flax is done, I think we're gonna make some linen bags. I definitely need the bags at this point. We have a lot of medium fertility soil. That would explain why we're full. You go here. Oh, that's the wrong way. Let's go pick up the rest of this clay. And then we might want to spend some time making iron tools. Because that iron should be ready. Actually, no, we have the iron ready for us. The iron tools, we just need to pick them up. I do think that piece of iron is ready. We're gonna need to make small troughs and hen boxes. Let's just deal with the iron first here. So as I was saying earlier, we lose some fire clay bricks by digging them up. That's why I made it a little bit extra than just 12. You can go in here. This clay I ran out of space for, so it's gonna have to start going in here. The iron we will fix later. For now, it just goes in here. And let's grab more. And I think it's only 5 pieces of charcoal, but let's do 10 instead. Accidentally got 11. It's 6 pieces. Okay. Alright, what I want is axe. And I think just the shovel. The rest, I don't think we need a new thing of. We do have the knife ready. And we have the swords ready for when the spears break. The picks are ready for when I get through both of these picks. Alright. I need small trough, 3 planks, made out of a wood I did not keep on me. People. Because I think we want one more set of these. You know what? Let's make 4. Just in case I need them. And box is planks surrounded by, or a piece of grass surrounded by planks. So we're gonna need 6 of them. And I don't have the planks ready to do that. We need 30 planks. Have fun, Fapplejacks. I will try to enjoy the rest of the stream, but you never know. And I don't want a trough. Now that can go up there. We're probably not going to use all 4 of these small troughs. Whoops, didn't mean to fall down here. And I think... we will put them right here. I should probably put them 1 block in, just in case they can climb out once it snows. By being on that. In boxes. And put them in by going like that. And now we slowly bring them all in. I have to right click? No, I definitely do have to hit 1. Then I just have to come in here, place it down, hopefully not hit the hen, and it should be able to run outside the building. And hopefully in the future, when I get into a few generations, they shouldn't run away from me anymore. Since you wanted to run out. Okay, good, they found their way out. And they're lagging for a little bit there. Okay, this time we got the rooster. Now we only need a rooster if we want to have more chickens without going and catching them. I think we might try and catch them. That one went out. Are you... I think you're broken. Yeah, they are definitely broken. And we want to move this. That did not place down the right way either. Okay. We're gonna have to get the wrench again to fix that. I think I might reload the game just to fix that hen. Also, can I get this off of here? Alright, now for the last hen. There's all of our chickens. They can get through that 1 block wall. I'm going to do a quick reload of the world. We're not going to close the game like we did the last time we did a reload. Alright, let's see if that hen, once the game decides that it's loaded. For a second, those chickens were outside the fence. I'm just turning around to make sure that everything loads visually. Okay, are you still stuck there? No, somehow all 4 of them are outside. Okay. So I think the game actually did pathfind that hen out of the room, but visually it was still stuck there. I mean, at one point it did start eating off the ground, so I figured it may just be stuck there. Let's go and fix those pieces of wood. Oh. Okay. So now I can put in some type of grain here and feed them. And then we get more chickens. And eggs. There's a found mantis in chat if anyone wants a cute little praying mantis. Let's do some crop tending. We have a lot of carrots here. These are parsnips. These are onions, by the way, not carrots. I keep calling them carrots because the grass on the top of it looks like a carrot to me. Like, I feel like they should have changed the grass on top of the food. They're not all ready, but they're pretty close to being all ready. Including that. Don't think these onions are going to be able to grow completely. I'm not sure when the temperature is going to drop to freezing temperatures. Alright, how much of this is ready? Apparently none of it is ready. These are all the turnips and cabbage that has fully grown. Okay, when the grain is done growing, we are going to move it over to the grain plotted areas. What? None of this ready also? Okay. I thought some of this was ready, but I guess it's not. Let's go put the onions away. Oh, I already have some onions. We have a lot now. I think I might want to change... Oh, we have everything here. This... A little bit of chicken. Probably going to expire by the time we're done. Or ready for it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put flax outside with the chickens. Because from what I remember being told, flax has the least amount of nutrition when it comes to food. It should only need 8 pieces. So I'll let them eat from that. So if we turn the flax into bread, it would give us the least amount of nutritional value or stuff coming from it. I want first one to be green. Second one can be vegetables. Third one could be miscellaneous. Including meat. This is hide. Consider that miscellaneous. Same thing with this one thing there. Berries can be in that. That's fine. Let's put this back away. You know what? I don't think we're gonna need those. I'm also gonna bring these inside because I feel like they're getting in the way outside. This still has 4 hours. What's the next thing I should do? Probably get ready for the pigs. Or should we find a way to get to the pigs? Medium animal cage is what I want. I also want the cord of my headphones to stop. For me to make this, I need a copper ingot. And we used all of our copper ingots. Well, that's gold. Don't I have a weird looking copper somewhere? Right here, malachite. That's almost a full ingot right there. That is, I want to make 200. Oh, do I have to break that apart? Still the same amount of ingots though. If I spread this out a little bit more, that'd be 9. Just to make this heat up a little bit quicker. When they're closer to being the same number in each slot, it cooks quicker. Getting brown coal. This in there. And light it. Apparently I still have the building blocks in these. Probably don't need them in there anymore. Along with the cobblestone that was separated in 2 different chests. I think I'm gonna need more chests again. Okay, so once we make these 2 copper ingots, we can make the 2 cages for the pigs. We can go all the way down there and make sure we get a female and a male pig. And then bring them back out here. If I get down there and they aren't pigs, I'm gonna be upset, but we'll be able to come back and use the same cage for the bighorn, as far as I know. I'm trying to think of what we should do. The bighorn, I think, gives us bigger hides. I had a feeling somebody was going to be coming around the corner. You know what? This is a good test. I wanted to see if these are long range. They are not. So it probably does better, but it's not the same range as spear, which I can't make out of iron. And there must be a portal nearby. I hear shiver. There it is. We're gonna stay over here and watch it get closer. Hello, sir. Would you mind staying right where you are? Thank you. Ooh, gear. Ah! How are they opening my chest from inside? Or from outside, I mean. There's our ingots for the 2 chests. Get nothing from those. Excuse me, where are you going? I'm pretty sure I hear another one. So is there a portal out here somewhere? Oh, hello, Bullthorn. There is a portal. There it is. You guys can't really see it, but I can see warping in the sky. So they were going from there all the way around here. Just to get to me. Let me eat the berries first. Which way are they coming from? There they are. And now I can hear the portal, so I think there's another one that's nearby, closer. Soft copper? I never noticed that it changed names like that. Okay, so what it might be worth trying to do is making a bunch of torches and torching further away from the buildings, because right now they're only lit up inside the building. Not so much the surrounding city area. So I can make 18 now. Actually, I have more sticks here. We can make a bunch. Bye. Make a full stack. This will take quite a long time to light, probably. If I do that, and then we come in here. I do still have a lot of oak compared to the others. Five, still not enough. Ooh, and that's it. Right. How many of these do I need before it gets to there? Only we have one extra. I guess I'll just place it in here. And these go back in here. It also sounds like our next thing of iron is done. You know what? I might need to keep that on me. Looks like I did. Let's get another set of iron going as I get attacked in my own home. I need a door that they can't open. There might be a reinforced door type. That's all I need there, and that's all I need there. Light up the next iron. And then we might be able to make only one more bloom before we run out. It looks like I'm always getting 10 back every time I break it. I'm not sure if the amount that I need to add back in has been changing it or not. Anyway, this goes in here with the rest. Stupid door. Where are you at? I heard you throw that at me. Alright, let's spend some time here trying to light all these. That should be about 33 of them. I think I might just do one row, place them down, come back, do another row, place them down. What? I don't know where that Botorn is. I'm also gonna die. So I'm just gonna let it happen because of how close I was to dying. I see the Botor now. As long as you keep running to the side, they don't hit you. If you start running in a straight line, they usually can get you at some point. So we are gonna eventually do the farm area, but first we're gonna do the actual town. Okay, looks like I didn't miss any. Unfortunately, I have the death glow. I don't know how to turn that off. I'm gonna guess it goes by torch being the brighter portion. It's just hard to tell. If I just start coming out here, and just keep placing these around the buildings. This isn't gonna immediately stop things from spawning. I think there still will be a chance of something spawning out here. I'm also deleting some things so that I can make this a more uniform light. Let's go here instead in case this gets broken. It doesn't immediately extinguish a torch. So go right in the middle. Can I go right here? Yes, I can. Get rid of you. I will put one right here. Then one right here. Then another one right here. If I had another one. And then I think that's all we can do with how bright it's getting. I don't think the torches are gonna continue to show us enough. So I am going to keep them on me. But we need to come in here and look up how to make the cage again. 4 planks, 4 sticks. I need 8. I think it was this way. I don't have enough sticks on me. Another one. Why are you in my house? Apparently there's some stuff. Ah! Alright, let's try and make this again without being interrupted. That's not how it's supposed to look. If I go like this, have them backwards. 1, 2. That back. What's this over here? Okay, we're ready to try and hunt down those pigs. Let's see if they ate the grain. They did. Did they get any eggs yet? It's actually hard to tell. No eggs yet. That might not happen for a little bit. I don't know if they have to eat a certain amount or if it's just they eat and then they do an egg. They could only do eggs at night. I'm not sure. Oh, I thought we were falling in the hole. And we have to go pretty far down. I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. What is the black ruin? Is that still here? Yes, it is. And I think we still left stuff there. So if we just kept going. Eventually we make it all the way to here. Which has a lot of, what's the word? A lot of stone paths. I'm going to try to dig up. I don't have a lot of room for it, though. If only I had the mod that allowed me to carry a crate with stuff in it. And then there's a mod that does that, but I never looked up what it's called. Here's some more chickens. That portal just spawned right in front of us. That slight orange leaf might be a fruit tree. That one's a weird looking tree. We have quite a lot of walking to do before we get back to that ruin. So I hope you guys are ready for walking simulator. Another chicken next to a carcass of a chicken. Oh, that's right, the bears were out here. I almost forgot all about it. Is this a bunch of flint? I picked this up again. I didn't mean to pick this up. Could I maybe find a thing of flint in here? Let's see if I can find any amount of flint underneath this. I'm looking for a node of flint. I don't think there's any flint node. I think we got lucky the one time that we found flint on the surface and then found the node underneath. Picked up that stupid... Okay, we still have to go further west, or east. Our west, true east. It's the easiest way to get there. We're gonna have to cross over a mountain either way, so I don't know. All this for a couple of pigs. Oh, hello, resin. Don't mind if I do. I don't need those. Not seeing any other immediate resin visible. That's what rye looks like when it's fully ground. It looks brown. Okay. Is this the mountain range I was trying to avoid? It is. So I want to go this way. Hello, chickens. There's a Sheldon in chat if anyone hasn't gotten it. The multiple times it's been in chat. The reason why I was trying to find a flint node was for calcine flint. Is this blue clay? It is. I'll mark that. That's a cave. You never know if we might need more blue clay. Alright, now which way am I trying to go? Honestly, around this. There's another quartz node above surface. Oh, here's one right here. This is a little too much flint in one area, right? Well, there's some goats. Relatively far drop in of rock. Some more grain that's fully developed. Congratulations, Gino, on catching Shieldon. Yeah, I was trying to avoid this, and it looks like I'm just going further into it. On one hand, I'm opening up more of the map. On the other hand, kind of getting myself lost. Am I going to be able to scale this mountain? It's so foggy up here. I'm gonna guess that this mountain range is just gonna be a whole bunch of ups and downs. That is a far drop. In which I think I'd probably have to come back up from. Oh, more resin. A big pine tree. Let's go down from here. So that we can find even more resin. That wasn't the reason why. I just thought that'd be the safest way to get down. Not more resin? Nope. It's the top of the tree. Hopefully we don't end up dying to a wolf. Am I still getting closer? It's hard to tell. I do want to keep going this way though, over top of this mountain. I think that's the quickest way to get across. And then back down. And I almost forgot we have to swim too. Copper. And that's only inventory space, so we might throw away the copper later. Because right now we have iron, we don't really need copper. Don't like... Oh, hello. Why is this not? Do I need a large one for pigs? Oh, I got it that time. Okay, we have one single boar. So I'm just gonna put them as a trophy for right now, right next to the chickens. Contains captured animal. Break the block to release. That's one step closer. And we were on our way to a ruin. But now I have a spot, or a moment of time to put down a bunch of things in inventory. I think since... Actually, it's not even close to nighttime. I do want to place all these, though. So that they're out of my pocket. Same with this. I guess let's go back again. Hopefully this time finding a sow. Is there a better way of getting down there that doesn't require me going over hills? Yes, there is. The way that we originally went down there. There's a bunch of chickens right here. I wonder if they respawn over time, and I just never noticed. Okay. It's a bunch of copper. Someone frantically honking their horn outside my window. Should probably pick up some berries on our way here. Am I still going the right way, or do I have to go further around? I have to go further around. Just to avoid going up and over multiple hills. Oh, copper right there. That'll allow me to get out later if I need to go down there. Still going the right way so far. I have to go right between those two hills. I'll grab some turnips so I can eat them as well. We'll keep the seeds for as long as we can, but I don't think I'm going to end up keeping them. I also didn't realize that I could fully eat all those turnips without needing to be hungry. If I keep going over, eventually I have to go straight down. I have to find the other copper that I found, and then that's when I know to go straight south. I'm gonna guess is right over here. Is this where we found the bear? I think this is where we found the bear the first time, and it chased us up and over the hill. Well, that's a rather different lake with a bear in it that's chasing us. So we found the bear I was talking about. I also found something that's over here. Tiny little ruin. Probably has nothing in it. We are getting closer to our death marker. Kind of hoping that we'll be able to get this 2-block spot of the map filled in. What's that? I just went with a sneak. I see resin on that tree. This very tall tree. Two pieces of resin. That's one. There's an impidimp in chat. I thought I saw an ore. Well, and that is our raid out timer. So I'm going to try to get over to where we were. And then we will raid out, hopefully not stuck underneath these trees. Come on, what is going on with this? So I need to feed the cats before I go to work. And my nose is irritated. Am I still going the right way? Yes and no. I still need to get over this hill, but I think I'm going up the highest point. There we go. I think the irritation was just me needing to sneeze. Congratulations on whoever caught that Pokemon. I'm a little focused on trying to get through this foresty area that I can't see. Oh. One moment while I'm doing this. We should do the poll. Okay, so as I spoke about earlier, there is now a poll in chat for 1 minute to see if you guys are interested in watching streams on me making a model train layout. Because I could do the model layout on my own, or I could figure out how to set up a camera and everything and we do it together. It would most likely have to be on a Tuesday so that I'm not getting strained out by streaming 3 days in a row. And I am currently running away from a bear. That sounds like it's getting closer to me. You can usually lose them over long distances of climbing, because they take a few seconds to climb up a block. As you can see, I lost them. I think they may have just given up after I got hit a few times. Either way. Poll is done, and one person said yes. So I'll keep that in mind. There's a lot of resin right here in this place. I can't. That's flowers. Did I get the 2 pieces? I did, so let's... delete this and go for the death marker. We're going to go to what I believe are ruins on the map and call it there. It shouldn't take too much longer. I think it's only like 1 or 2 minutes to get there. Maybe double that, 2 to 4. On the way, we might find a female pig, since we found the male. I shouldn't have got rid of the death marker. No, we're going towards the ruin. We were doing that before. I might be able to hear the pig on the way there. Those are goats. What is that? A little raccoon? Or a little fox? Juno likes the fact that I put yes but louder as one of the options on the poll. I always do that when it's a yes or no question. Oh no. There was 2 wolves running towards me. I tried getting all of those. Are you serious? We made it to the ruin and then died. Alright, well, this marks the end. When we come back, we'll be at nighttime. So we should be able to get all these torches lit and placed around the city. So that we're not in the dark and having things spawn on us. Now, I am going to start the next thing of iron first, before we get out of here. And I think that's the most we've ever had to pick up of more fire clay bricks. You go in there. I want 6, and you can go in. Put all this in, put the charcoal in, we'll fire it, and then that's it. Actually, I should probably put the resin away. Alright. Picture. What should our picture be? Of course, the chicken coop. I think that's what we can consider being what we accomplished. May not be the best picture, but we still have one. Alright, so when I see you guys on Friday, we're going to be lighting all these torches, placing them down since it'll be nighttime. And then we're going to go back to the death marker. I'm going to leave it there. So this is right at the ruin. So, let's go into our raid out scene. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to catch me live, I stream on Twitch on Wednesdays and Fridays from 10 AM EST to 12:30 PM EST, and on Sundays from 10 AM EST to 2 PM EST.